Good afternoon, everyone. Jill here with North Texas Vegetable Gardening, canning recipes, a little bit of everything. It's quite chilly outside, but it's quite warm in these high tunnels. Very warm, as a matter of fact. So, are you sitting on a gold mine? You sure are if you have a yard, if you have a balcony, if you have a little plot of land where you can plant some seeds, plant some plants, get some things going. You certainly are sitting on a gold mine. So many stories are coming out, guys, about food shortages this year, about other pandemics. There's 3 that they're saying is going to hit. They sound a little off the wall to me, but nevertheless, we should heed these warnings whenever they come out and pay attention to them. And if you want to find out more, I'd go to the World Health Organization. Not that I put a lot of stock in them, guys, but I do pay attention when they start talking stuff like that, because we just have to look at the last situation that happened in 2020 and 2021. I don't know about y'all, but, you know, we lost several family members. And, yeah, it was a pretty scary time. And honestly, I think that we've kind of normalized it and kind of gotten used to it. And it's really not something we should be used to. So if you've been following our channel, you know that Greg and I have been learning gradually with our high tunnels. We've had one, I think this will be its 3rd season, and then this big one will be its 2nd season. So it's a big learning process, but we're working really hard, and we feel very fortunate to have this area. But you don't need a high tunnel, and you don't need a big area to grow your own food. You can grow your own food in containers. We grow lots of things in containers. We have grown tomatoes and peppers and kales and our greens. So there's all kinds of things. I'm growing carrots right now. If you saw my video earlier this week, you can grow anything in containers. So if you can find you some pots and get you some soil and some seeds, you can get started on growing and supplement your family with some homegrown healthy food. This is the year you really need to start learning how to garden. So if you don't already know how, there's lots of videos out there, lots of other channels that teach you how to garden, and you should really start looking into those, and you should start watching. And of course, we want you to watch ours. We're constantly learning. It is an ever-evolving process with our weather changes, and with seed issues sometimes, and with insects, and with drought and cold. But I really think this is going to be the year you need to start a garden. It doesn't have to be expensive, guys. This plant right here, if you were to go buy at one of the box stores or one of your home improvement stores, is going to cost you probably about $4 a plant this year. But we started seeds on our own, and so for that $4 for one plant, you can buy a pack of seeds with 25 to 50 seeds and start 25 to 50 plants for the same price, and you still have time to do that. We start our seeds in these little food trays. Or in these little seed trays. We've been doing this, guys, for years. And the reason why you start them in seed trays, you get to know the germination. You can get to know how big your plant is. You transplant them into bigger pots, and then you have an abundance of things to grow in whatever area you decide to grow in. So these are seeds I started a couple of weeks ago from that Survival Seed Company. I'll put the link down below. And we're real pleased with them. I've got some cabbages here. I've got some shards. I've got some Brussels sprouts coming up. I've got some, let's see, what else? Some kale. And in the other one that you saw at the beginning of the video, I have some of my cooking herbs, my basils and some dills and stuff like that. So we choose to do our farming and our gardening by doing our own seed starts. These are what Greg and I have started already this year. You still have time, guys. You still have time. So if you're not growing some nutritional variety of food for your family, again, I'm going to tell you, this is the year you need to do that. You need to start learning, and then you need to move forward each and every year doing this and learning. It is a learning process. It can be hard work, but it's well worth it, and it'll give you a substantial peace of mind. So what we can do here in Texas is we can grow at least 3 seasons out of the year, and sometimes 4. It just depends. But so our spring planting is going to involve tomatoes and peppers and squashes, zucchinis, my herbs. Let's see what else. We can go ahead and start some radishes now and some more lettuces. As the heat sets in, those cool weather plants kind of go away. But then come in the fall, you can grow your broccolis and your cabbage, more lettuces, your chards, your kale. Now our kale lasts year round. We have kale plants up there in the little high tunnel that we've had going now for 2 or 3 years. And those are all nutritionally rich foods that you can grow for your family. We're still in February. We're not even in the middle of February, but we're having some mild days and we're having some cold days. We're going to have some 70-degree days this week. We're going to have some 80-degree days 80-degree days next week, but we're also going to go down to freezing. Like tonight, we expect to get down to around 30 degrees. So yes, we are involved in having to protect them when we get down to 30 degrees, but then we're able to keep them going and get them started early. And you can too. You can start your seeds inside, guys, under a grow lamp or in a sunny location in your home. You need to do that. So our seed companies of choice have been Baker Heirloom, which is rareseeds.com, Everwild Seeds, and this year we are testing out the Survival Garden seeds, and I'm quite pleased with them. We're getting probably about 90% germination, if not more. So that's what we're doing this year. So a lot of our tomatoes are going to be from that company. We have started some Baker Heirloom seeds. So for those of you who don't really know where to get your seeds, you want to check those out. We've also gotten seeds from Johnny Seeds and from Texas Tested Seeds. From Bradley Seeds is where I got my purple hull peas, which will start when the weather gets a little warmer. So you might want to check them out. But again, this is the year, guys. This is the year for us. We're going to do well this year in spite of what they're telling us. We're praying for each and every one of you. We're praying for the Lord to give us direction on our garden. And this is the year you want to learn how to garden. Start with something small. This is a raised bed. This is, I think, 4 by 8. I grew enough green beans here to can up over 11 pints of fresh green beans. Start with something easy. Start with something small. This is a 27-gallon tote. I'm growing potatoes in here, guys. Yes, potatoes. You can grow potatoes in a 27-gallon tote. Now, these totes are on sale right now at Sam's and Costco for $9. This is a 22-gallon tub. I'm growing carrots, guys, and they are doing fantastic. And I have several of these. You don't even have to till up your yard. You can just get you some tubs and some totes and start growing. Treat, treat. Hey, girls. Treat, treat. Don't mess around. Don't mess around this year, guys. There's no better day to learn how to garden than today. No time like the present. So it's very important that you guys start a garden this year. And we all know about the egg situation. My gosh, you can't even turn on the TV without seeing something about eggs. So if you have an area where you can grow a couple of little chickens and raise them, do that too. Our little chicks are about 15 weeks old and we're already starting to get eggs from one of them at least. We've gotten 5 eggs this week. So we're really surprised, but we love our chickens. So hot in here that my glass is fogged up from walking outside into here. Can you see that? So I can't see you. Anyway, again, guys, there's no time like the present. Get you some seeds, get your plants going. You can also go buy them depending on how many you want to grow. Still can't see you. But this year is the year for you to learn to start gardening. Don't procrastinate. Love you all. See you soon.